Good morning, everyone. My name is Lisa, and I'm thrilled to have you joining me in this tutorial. The main aim I have for this tutorial is to show you how I personally create book display covers for the classroom bulletin board, and also to share with you a really wonderful book. And that book actually is called the Read Aloud Handbook by Jim Trelease. Teachers, if you haven't had a chance, please do head down to your local library and see if you can borrow this book. It is a wonderful resource to have in your classroom, and it's a treasure trove and full of activities on and strategies on how to conduct read alouds to your class, how to incorporate them cross-curricularly. And there's just so many ideas. So please do have a look if you haven't already. And before I start my tutorial, there's just a few points that I'd like to clear up. And this one is being that I have the uttermost respect for authors and illustrators. I really believe that they've devoted countless hours of their time creating stories that are beyond our imagination to share with the world. And for this, I really can't thank them enough. However, some educators have expressed to me that one of their concerns is that because I make the book covers on my bulletin boards the same size, I am disrespecting, discrediting, or disregarding all of their work in order to gain visuals. I want to highlight the fact that that's not my intention. I understand the effort that these authors and illustrators go through, and my wish is to simply help showcase their work and share it with the rest of the world on a well-presented display board. And it's also my hope that by teaching other teachers how to do the same, we can all help grow and cultivate a community, a classroom community of readers, and at the same time provide exposures to them on the different types of books that exist. Okay. Now, sorry about that little rant there. Okay, let's continue. So, before we begin, let me show you what my template for the classroom book display looks like and some of the books I've used. Okay, and in order to get started with this template, the first thing you need will be a Google Drive account. If you do not have a Google Drive account, Microsoft PowerPoint should work just as well. And how we start is we'll click the New button, and we will start with a Google Slides blank presentation. Once I have this presentation, I'm going to go ahead and delete the text boxes because we won't be needing them. And then I will head to the top left-hand corner and title my slides. So in this case, I will name it Book Cover Displays. Once we have here, I'm going to be changing the format from a landscape to a portrait. You can leave it as a landscape if you wish. I just find that portrait for me is a little bit easier to work with. So I will do that by first clicking on the top left-hand tab, which is File, and I will scroll down to Page Setup. And from there, I will be presented with a drop-down menu. If I click on this drop-down menu, I will be given four options: Standard, Widescreen, and Customs. So I will choose the Custom tab and change the format numbers from to 8.27 and 11 by 0.69 inches. Please be aware that I am in Asia. If you are in North America, feel free to use your regular 8.5 by 11 inches size. We'll click on Apply, and that takes us to the next step. The next step now is we are going to create the boxes in which our book covers will stay. How we do this is we go to the fourth tab from the top left-hand side, which is Insert. Then I will scroll down to Shape, and then over to shape again, and I will choose the rectangle. Once I choose it, I will be given an addition sign, and from there I need to click, drag, and then unclick, and that gives me a square box. And from here I will head to the top right hand corner under the tab Format Options. Once I click on the Format Options, I will be presented with 4 subheadings or subtopics, one of which is size and rotation. I will click on this and I will change the size to what works best for me. And for my slides, it was a 3.8 in width and a 3.2 in height. Once I have this, the next step is to create, copy, and paste so that you have 6 different boxes. How I do this is I right click and choose copy. If I do decide to right click and try and paste, you will receive an error message such as this. In order to avoid that, what you need to do is to close this box and on your keyboard type in the Control V button. So we're going to do that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from here we can adjust the position of where we would like our slides. And once you're happy with the position of your slides, the next step is to go and right click under the slide number and choose a duplicate slides. And in this case here, I will duplicate it twice. Okay. Now the next and final step is you're going to go to goodreads.com. And once you reach the site, if you scroll down to the middle, you will see a subtitle that says Search and Browse Books. And under the subtitle, there is a search box. And the book I will use for this demo is The Rainbow Fish. Once I see the appropriate cover that I'd like for my book display, I will click on the cover, and it shows another page where the cover is a little bit more enlarged. And once I have this, if you notice when I scroll on the top of the book cover, I am left with 2 tabs. The first top tab says Other Editions. The bottom tab has the words Enlarged Cover. I want to click on the bottom tab, Enlarged Cover, and I will be presented with this larger cover. Now, we will right click, choose Copy Image, then go back to our Google Slides, and on our keyboard, we're going to type Control V again. Once we are on here, we have 3 options. The first option is to leave the picture as is. Now, the second and third options are to adjust it so that it fits within this box. And I will show you the 2 different ways to do so. The first way is to click and drag the picture to where your original template was. And from there, you can use the square boxes to adjust it to the appropriate size. That's the first option. The second option is we're going to use the same cover again. We are going to click and drop to the left side like we had done before. And similar to how we created this square box, we are going to click on the Format Option tab, which is on the right hand side of your document, and then we will adjust the size to your liking. So in this case, I'm going to make it the same size as the box, which is 3.8 by 3.2 inches. Once that is done, you have 2 covers of the same size. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button at the bottom of my video. Thank you so much again, once again. Have a great day. Bye.